Right then, let's get started. Today we will be looking at how to check your medication is safe to use, therapeutic use exemptions and what they are, supplements and how to minimise the risks associated with them, and reporting doping. But as we mentioned, the prohibited list is a rather intense document. So how do we know that the medicines are safe to use? Now this is where Global DRO comes in. Okay, so this is a website where you can check your medication. So if we go to Global DRO on either our laptop or computer, this is the first screen that we get. So as you'll see, there are a range of 7 flags in front of us, and this is because Global DRO only operates in these 7 countries at the moment. So if you are in one of these countries, you can know that if you purchase medication, that you will be able to check the ingredients against the prohibited list, and it's going to tell you if it is prohibited or not. However, if you are purchasing medicine from outside of these countries, unfortunately Global DRO will not work. So first things first, when you're using a website, you need to make sure that you click on the right version. So for us, most likely it's going to be United Kingdom. However, obviously if you're traveling due to competition or maybe a training camp and you are visiting one of these other places, it will also work in those locations. So a common question that we get is, what happens if I need to take a medication for my health but it's on the prohibited list? Now, in these situations, if you are prescribed something by your doctor and you check Global DRO and find that it's on that list, then first point of call is to ask the doctor, is there something else that you can take that will have the same benefit or the same effect as that particular medication? If there isn't any other medication or any other product that you can use, at this point you can apply for something called a therapeutic use exemption, or a TUE. Okay, you would make this application to UKAD and it would need to be signed off by multiple doctors to confirm that you have a health need to have this particular medication or this particular substance that is on the prohibited list. Now, you might also be thinking, well, what would happen if I was given medication during an emergency that was on the prohibited list? Well, in this situation, what you can do is apply for something called a retroactive TUE. And it basically just means once you are recovered from the emergency and well enough, you would then apply for a TUE retrospectively, and you'd get one that way. Let's break it down a bit further. So firstly, assess the need. Okay, this just means, do you actually need this supplement? Okay, we always recommend a food first approach. So can you get whatever this supplement is offering through food? If you start eating the right types of vegetables, nuts, seeds, carbohydrates, whatever it might be, can you actually get it by eating foods rather than supplements? Do you need to take it in a supplement format? So if you assess the need and feel that there is in fact a need because you are not getting that particular supplement from your diet or are unable to, the next step is to assess the risk. Okay, so when looking at the product, we want to know, is this product trustworthy? Do they conduct batch testing? Okay, when we say batch testing, what that means is that they take a small section of the batch of that product to check if that small section of it has any prohibited substances in it. Now, whilst that will reduce the risk, it doesn't guarantee that the rest of the batch is also free of prohibited substances. Okay. Another useful point to know is that quite often in batch testing, they don't actually test for every single substance on the prohibited list. So now while they test for quite a lot of them, it's not 100% guaranteed because it doesn't test for every single thing. Okay. As mentioned previously, this is because the supplement industry is unregulated. Therefore, companies can put whatever they want on the label. Okay, so that could include incorrect information about the products and ingredients. Okay, and then you have no way of knowing whether that is true or not. So for every purchase you make, you will be able to find the batch ID number on the website when you search it. And when it arrives in the post, you should also be able to find that exact same batch ID number on the product that you have. Okay. You want to make sure that you have evidence of these searches so that if you find yourself in a situation like Rhys Williams and the worst does occur, you have evidence that you did everything you could to minimise the risk. Right, so we've talked quite a bit about how we can protect ourselves, particularly around taking medication and supplements, but what can we do to protect the wider sport? Okay, key thing here is about reporting. Okay, it could not be any easier at this time to report a concern or suspicion you might have. Okay, you can always do this anonymously as well if you are at all worried. Okay, you can use email, WhatsApp, phone, social media, or they even have a direct online form that you can fill in.